Royal dilemma. Prince Charles can hurt Prince Philip if Queen dies ahead. Prince Philip is presently the longest serving royal consort in the entire British history. He's going to turn 99 next week while still quarantining with the Queen. While naturally people wish he could live as long as possible, his life can possibly still transform at his age if and when he outlives the Queen. If Queen Elizabeth dies, his role as the eldest royal will somehow change. What direction it would take, however, depends on Prince Charles. His rank will not change, according to Marlene Koenig, a royal historian, but everything else could. One can only check history to know that something will certainly change. Looking back, when George VI passed away, Queen Elizabeth was directly given the position of Queen Mother. However, there is no equivalent King Father position since he's not a king but a prince. One thing that can certainly change is the precedence of the royal family. Although he already left the public eye back in 2017 as he retired, Philip is currently in front of his son Prince Charles. Charles is the heir to the throne, and his father surviving his mother will not going to change that. Upon Queen Elizabeth's death, Charles would still be the one inheriting the crown. He then would have to decide what to do with his father, which can be quite tricky. It involves choosing Prince Philip, his father, and Prince William, his son. As for Philip's presidency, he currently sits directly before Prince Charles, but as Charles takes the throne, he will have to make a choice if his father will be before Prince William. That's a hard decision indeed. One could potentially hurt someone, whether his own father or his own son. According to Koenig, it's quite unimaginable that he would be uprooted. Instead, the higher possibilities that he would stay at Sandringham. Koenig also claimed that it would be impossible for him to be sent to a senior home in Surbiton. Presently, though, Philip is already spending the duration of the COVID-19 crisis in Windsor Castle. Prince Philip can very well outlive the Queen, even if he's older, and Elizabeth is as strong as ever. This is because he's quite determined to make it beyond 95, as his friends allege. According to his friends, Philip once joked that the reason why he and Queen Elizabeth are still living is that because they don't want Prince Charles at the throne. At the time, he joked that the Queen can live for 10 years more. Now that 4 years have passed, he could be right. After all, Charles would have little opportunity to damage the monarchy if he was king for only a brief period. He even said, Philip has served well. Prior to his retirement, he was able to complete a total of 22,219 total duties ever since Queen Elizabeth took on the throne. If Queen Elizabeth dies ahead of him, he can still see his life transform.